Punjab is reeling under one of the worst flood situations in recent history, causing widespread devastation and losses worth crores of rupees. Amidst the crisis, Punjab's Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann has written a letter to Prime Minister Modi urging the centre for immediate financial assistance. In his letter, Bhagwant Mann described this as a difficult time for Punjab and requested the centre to release 60,000 crore rupees of pending funds owed to the state. The Chief Minister also sought amendments in the SDRF or the State Disaster Response Force norms, demanding that compensation for farmers be enhanced to 50,000 rupees per acre for flood losses. He emphasized that the Punjab government is committed to providing this relief but needs the centre's approval and support. So far, the floods have impacted over 1,000 villages and lakhs of people across Punjab. The worst affected districts include Gurdaspur, Kapurthala, Amritsar, Pathankot, Ferozpur, Fazilka and Hoshiarpur. According to government estimates, nearly 3 lakh acres of farmland have been submerged, leading to the destruction of crops worth several thousand crore rupees. The state of Punjab is reeling under one of its worst flood situations in recent memory. There has been widespread devastation and losses to crops and infrastructure. Punjab's Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann is asking for the centre to release 60,000 crore rupees of funds that is owed to the state, pending funds. Meanwhile, heavy rains are lashing parts of Chandigarh, Punjab and Haryana since this morning, and the weather department has issued a red alert for the region. Several cities in the region are also under an orange alert. The Met department has warned of extremely heavy rainfall at multiple locations in the coming hours, raising concerns of waterlogging and disruption to normal life. Authorities are urging residents to remain cautious and avoid unnecessary travel. Not just Punjab, in Uttar Pradesh, heavy rainfall has left several areas waterlogged in Mathura, with roads submerged up to knee level, making movement extremely difficult for residents and pilgrims arriving for Radha Ashtami. Weather stations in Mathura are also warning of thunderstorms, a high UV index during clear spells, and even the risk of gale winds in the coming days. At 173 meters above sea level, the city continues to battle both heavy showers and fluctuating conditions. And officials are keeping a close watch as the festive rush adds to the challenges. Mathura flooded with heavy rainfall, making movement extremely difficult. This even as pilgrims have started arriving for Radha Ashtami. There are warnings of thunderstorms and risks of gale winds in the coming days. Dharampur in Solan district of Himachal Pradesh is reeling under the impact of incessant rain. Life has been thrown out of gear as thick fog, reduced visibility and landslides forced diversions on the busy Chandigarh-Simla highway. The Met Department has sounded off a red alert for Solan, Bilaspur and Sirmaur. warning of intense and prolonged rainfall. With highways disrupted, traffic movement remains slow and uncertain, while locals struggle with waterlogging and the threat of fresh landslides. Authorities are on high alert, urging commuters to avoid unnecessary travel and take precautions as the weather conditions continue to remain dangerous. The red warning from the Met Department signals not just heavy rain, but the possibility of more landslides and flash floods in the coming hours. Himachal continues to battle nature's fury with daily life, tourism and connectivity badly hit across the region. Shifting focus to Maharashtra, where Maratha activist Manoj Jarange Patil continued his indefinite hunger strike for the third consecutive day at Azad Maidan in Mumbai, as talks with a high-level government delegation failed to bring any resolution. The delegation, led by retired High Court Judge Justice Sandeep Shinde, who heads the committee tasked with expediting the process of granting reservation to the Maratha community, met with Jarange but could not reach an agreement. Manoj Jarange Patil criticized Maharashtra's Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis for sending Justice Shinde, stating that it was not within Shinde's authority to issue a government resolution granting Marathas reservation under the Kunbi category. The Maratha leader reiterated his demand for a 10% quota for Marathas by recognizing them as Kunbis and agrarian caste classified under other backward classes or OBC, a move that has been opposed by OBC leaders. Thousands of protesters have gathered at the site, causing traffic disruptions. The protest remains ongoing as Manoj Jarange Patil vows to continue his agitation until his demands are met. Manoj Jarange Patil has vowed to even stop drinking water from Monday as his hunger strike enters day 3.
शिंदे समितीचं नाही, कारण हे काम शिंदे समितीचं नाही. आपण शिंदे समितीला सरकार विनाकारण पुढं घालायला त्यांना कोण नाही गेलं. आम्ही त्यांना आता सांगितलं की सातारा संस्थानमधला त्या गॅजेटियरमधला सगळा मराठा हा कुंडीमध्ये हैदराबादच्या गॅजेटियरचा विषय मराठवाड्यातला मराठा हा कुंडी दुसरा नाही होती, त्याची आणखी संख्या त्याच्यात दाखवली.
Now, protests are breaking out across states over alleged abusive language directed at Prime Minister Modi and his late mother during a political event in Bihar. From Jammu to Guwahati, Telangana to Bhopal, BJP workers and Mahila Morcha activists staged demonstrations, chanting slogans and demanding an apology from the Congress party and Rahul Gandhi. The protesters, carrying posters and chanting slogans, held Congress party and Rahul Gandhi responsible, accusing them of hurling insults at Prime Minister Modi and his mother during the event in Darbhanga in Bihar, where Rahul Gandhi was campaigning. On Thursday, local Congress leader Mohammad Naushad, booked by the Bihar police, admitted that the remarks were made at a podium he had set up, but claimed that the offensive language came from unknown individuals in his absence. By Friday, the Darbhanga police identified the culprit as Mohammad Rizvi, alias Raja, a 20-year-old resident of Singwada, and placed him under arrest.
जल्दी प्रदर्शन किया है और ये इसकी अर्थ निकालने का अर्थ यही है कि हम लोग जो डिस्टेंस आंदोलन करने इस प्रकार अमर्यादित अपशब्दों का बोलना
Breaking out across states over alleged abusive language directed at Prime Minister Modi and his late mother during a political event in Darbhanga in Bihar. BJP workers and Mahila Morcha activists staging demonstrations, chanting slogans and demanding an apology from the Congress party and Rahul Gandhi, accusing them of hurling insults at Prime Minister Modi and his mother. On Thursday, local Congress leader Mohammad Naushad was booked by the Bihar police. He had admitted that the remarks were made at a podium he had set up, but claimed that the offensive language came from unknown individuals in his absence. By Friday, the Darbhanga police identified the culprit as Mohammad Rizvi, alias Raja, a 20-year-old resident of Singwara, and placed him under arrest. After 7 years, when the leaders of the world's two most powerful countries came to face, it was clear. There is a new momentum now. We're talking about the India-China relationship. A new momentum has come amidst global uncertainty. The bilateral meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and China's President Xi Jinping was held on the sidelines of the SCO, or the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Tianjin in China today. The much-awaited Modi-Xi handshake after the meeting marked a potential shift in India-China relations. The meeting, which was initially scheduled for 40 minutes, lasted for almost an hour. Setting the tone for India-China ties, Prime Minister Modi stated that the key to success is Vishwas, Samman and Samvedanshilta. Modi also underlined the importance of cooperation between the two countries, stating that an agreement has been reached between the two nations for border management. He also appreciated that Kailash Manasarovar Yatra and direct flights have resumed between India and China.
हमारे गर्मजोशी भरे स्वागत के लिए मैं आपका हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। पिछले वर्ष कयान में हमारी बहुत ही सार्थक चर्चा हुई। हमारे संबंधों को एक सकारात्मक दिशा मिली। सीमा पर डिसएग्रीमेंट के बाद शांति और स्थिरता का माहौल बना हुआ है। हमारे स्पेशल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स के बीच बॉर्डर मैनेजमेंट के संबंध में सहमति बनी। कैलाश मानसरोवर यात्रा फिर से शुरू की। दोनों देशों के बीच डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट भी फिर से शुरू की जा रही है। हमारे सहयोग से दोनों देशों के 2.8 बिलियन लोगों के हित जुड़े हुए हैं। इससे पूरी मानवता के कल्याण का मार्ग भी प्रशस्त होगा। परस्पर विश्वास, सम्मान और संवेदनशीलता के आधार पर हम अपने संबंधों को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध हैं। एथेंस से चीन द्वारा SCO की सफल अध्यक्षता के लिए मैं आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं।
Calling China and India as two ancient civilizations in the East, China's President Xi Jinping said that the world's two most populous countries are also important members of the global South, and both shoulder the historical responsibility of improving the well-being of its people. Xi Jinping pointed out that it is the right choice for both countries to be friends who have good neighborly and amicable ties, partners who enable each other's success.
欢迎你来华出席2025年上海会议峰会。去年我们已在喀山成功会中印关系重启再出发，双方认真落实80条共识，两国交往合作不断取得新进展。
All eyes are certainly on the port city of Tianjin in China, where the stage has been set for the SCO summit. Prime Minister Modi, among several other world leaders, is in northern China's Tianjin for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit from the 31st of August to the 1st of September. China, which holds the rotating chair of the SCO this year, has described the gathering as one of its most important diplomatic events of the year 2025. More than 20 heads of state and government are attending, including Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, and Maldives' President Mohammad Muizzu. The summit will conclude with the leaders' session on Monday, followed by China's grand military parade in Beijing on the 3rd of September, marking the 80th anniversary of the victory in the Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japan and the end of World War II. Russia's President Vladimir Putin is also in Tianjin for the summit, and Prime Minister Modi is scheduled to meet Putin on Monday after the SCO summit. Their meeting is likely to focus on strengthening India-Russia cooperation in trade and defense, the US pressure on India over its Russian oil purchases, and Putin's planned visit to India for an annual summit later this year.
We now know the outcome of this bilateral meet. How do you look at this, and what's your takeaway from this meet?
Well, I think it's a very significant meeting. It has been very friendly, and I think our Prime Minister quite rightly emphasized the three sensitivities: the mutual respect, mutual trust, and the mutual sensitivity to be recognized by either side. And we do know that there is confidence, especially after the special representatives meeting in Delhi, Wang Yi and Minister Ajit Doval, about the disengagement at the border. So our Prime Minister expressed the confidence that if the disengagement has taken place, or it is taking place, it will be completed soon, there will be a peace at the border. So I think this is a big positive, a big gain since 2020, you know, what happened in Galwan and the hostilities and the difficult situation that has been there afterwards with troops from both sides, you know, eye to eye, standing at this very sensitive border in Ladakh. And now the breakthrough in moving away from this tense situation is a big relief. Then we come to the question of trade. and people-to-people contact about the Chinese tourist visas being resumed and they will come to India, about the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra having been resumed. And all these are confidence-building measures. They are very important aspects of the determination of both leaders to have a period of peace and stability and shared prosperity between the two countries. So I do hope that this will lead to a continuous process. For example, when Foreign Minister Wang Yi was in India, he had promised that yes, he's going to resume the rare earths supplies and the tunnel boring machine supplies and the fertilizer supplies. So we have to hope that these are all going to be implemented and they will actually happen in the next few weeks and months. So I think that this is now the stage that when the ice has been broken, the thaw has set in with the meeting at the highest level. We do hope now that it will be carried forward at all levels through the implementation. And I think this is also building upon the very successful visit of our Prime Minister to Japan. This also has a big role to play, that our Prime Minister had a very successful meeting in Japan. Defense and security ties with Japan have stepped up enormously. Investments from Japan have stepped up enormously. So I think all this contributes greatly to the positive trend which is being continued in this meeting between President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Modi. And we're looking forward to this being built upon in subsequent weeks with other meetings and visits.